Another major showdown tonight, this time between the LA County Sheriff's candidates.
Leslie Marin continues our team coverage of the debate night with how things went there. Leslie.
Well, Juan, Pat, this debate was heated from the get-go. Robert Luna claiming Sheriff Villanueva needs to go because he's lost the trust of the community, and the sheriff claiming Luna is not qualified to lead the department.
When the Board of Supervisors recruits 8 candidates to run against me, they did it for one reason only, because they want a puppet, and we have the person right here as that puppet.
Chief Luna criticized the sheriff repeatedly for his confrontational style, claiming he refuses to get along with community leaders, especially the Board of Supervisors.
Here's something that the sheriff needs to learn. When you're working with people, that doesn't mean you're a puppet. That means you're working with people to collaborate at the end of the day. The first thing I would do as sheriff is I would stop this us versus them culture and mentality.
So when they impose a hiring freeze on the department, what am I going to do? Greet it with open arms? Of course I'm going to object to that.
The debate was hosted by Fox 11, the LA Times, Univision, and KPCC. The two debated several topics, including how best to handle rising crime and homelessness. Now, on the controversial corruption investigation into Supervisor Sheila Kuehl, the search of her home last week, the candidates were asked about how the state attorney general stepped in and stripped Villanueva of the case after questions were raised about conflicts of interest. Luna claiming the chief had no business investigating Kuehl and the sheriff defending it.
This investigation started in September of 2019, and we consulted with the attorney general. And that is my practice in every investigation that may be complicated or politically sensitive.
The sheriff had no business investigating this from the very beginning. You cannot investigate your political opponents or enemies.
The election is November 8th. The most recent poll had Chief Luna slightly ahead of the sheriff, with many voters undecided. In the newsroom, I'm Leslie Marin. Pat Juan.
All right, Leslie, thank you. And stay with us for continuing coverage leading up to the November election here on KCAL 9 and on KCAL9.com. Always streaming, of course, on CBS News Los Angeles.